Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Simon Bonenfant. You may have heard of the Envision smartphone app or the Envision smart glasses. However, did you know that you can get the Envision smart glasses for a subscription fee of just $150 per month, or that Envision is offering a 15% off holiday sale site-wide until December 31st? That's right. 2023 has been an extremely successful year for Envision, and to tell us all about the new updates, join me in the Blind Abilities virtual studio as I speak with Karthik Kannan, co-founder and CTO at Envision. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy my chat with Karthik Kannan from Envision. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fantastic Blind Abilities podcast today. My name is Simon Bonenfant, and I am joined in the virtual studio today with Karthik Kannan, CTO from Envision. Karthik, it's great to be speaking with you today. How you doing?
I'm good, Simon. How are you doing?
I am doing very well. We're going to be talking about a lot of great features and great updates from Envision. I know that you are no stranger to the podcast. I know that you were on back in 2020, I believe was the last time. I believe that was right after your Envision glasses had just launched. But for those who are unfamiliar with Envision, can you first start out by giving us a overarching description of what Envision is and the products you provide?
Sure. Envision is basically a company that builds tools that help people with a visual impairment to live more independently. Envision offers the Envision app and the Envision glasses. The Envision app is basically a smartphone app where you can use it to read text, recognize faces, objects. You can, import PDFs into the app and read it and so on. It's a great reading tool. It's basically something that you can use on both your iPhone and Android device as well. Now, that was what we initially started off with. The app completely free today for people to use across all these different platforms. But a lot of people who use the app in the early days told us that they would love to be able to take all of this AI that we have, the tools that help them read text or recognize faces. They wanted this to be on some kind of a wearable. And that is what the Envision glasses is. So it's basically a smart glasses that you can wear on your face, very similar to any other pair of sunglasses that will basically take pictures of things around you and speak it out to you. So you could be, for example, at a train station, it will read out all the text that's on the display. You could be sitting down to read a book or wanting to read a letter, and the glasses can help you do that. You can even make video calls directly from the glasses to a friend or a family member. Right? It is basically a visual assistant that you can talk to and get help from. And that's what we're offering. Yeah.
Fantastic. I was looking at your website, and I know you have a lot of new features and updates this year, both within the app and the glasses as well. Why don't you talk about some of those?
Sure. I think 2023 has been absolutely my favorite year of the Envision journey so far, I have to say, because it's just been insane what we've been able to do this year, the kind of changes that have happened around us and all those positive advancements in AI like Chat GPT, being able to take that and put that onto the glasses. That's been the big highlight of this year. So if I have to maybe just tell you about in one sentence, the direction or the journey in 2023, it was making the Envision glasses more of a visual assistant than a device with buttons and menus that you have to, click and tap on to get things done. That's what we started to build with in the beginning. We put out this feature called Ask Envision, where not only can you scan documents with the Envision glasses, you can also ask it questions. So if you are at a restaurant, you can basically go ahead and scan a menu and ask Envision to tell you what are the chocolate desserts in the menu. Or, if you want to go ahead and eat vegetarian for that day, you can ask it to recommend what vegetarian dishes are there in the menu and so on. So that's one thing that we pushed. Another big update we also pushed was Ask Envision, but for getting descriptions of scenes. You could go ahead and using the describe scene feature, take a quick picture of your surroundings and then also ask it questions very similar to how you do with documents. So these are the two big features that we pushed this year. We also made a lot of features work completely offline on the glasses. So that is also something that we worked on as well. Yeah.
Fantastic. What was the process like when you started to implement Chat GPT into the glasses? I know that Chat GPT came out in the early part of 2023, and now being at almost the end of the year here, what was it like for you in terms of figuring out the direction of your company and how to prioritize different features? And did you have an idea before Chat GPT was released as to what you wanted to do, or was it kind of spontaneous?
It was a bit of both. Firstly, I would say we've been following the advancements that have been happening in this space for almost 6 years. We've been a part of it. We've contributed to some of the advances in AI as well, and have definitely used all the developments that have been going on in this field. And we've been bringing them first onto the Envision glasses and the Envision app, to put them to use for accessibility. So we've been following this for a while. However, in 2021, with the release of GPT-3, things started to get really different because we started to see that these kind of agents or these chatbots were becoming really smart. And then when GPT 3.5 or the Chat GPT came out in November last year, it became pretty clear to us that this is going to be a big part of the future. But that time, we didn't have the option to put Chat GPT into the glasses. So we had to wait for a few more months. But we started to do a lot of research in this space already. And in April or in March of this year, we actually got access to the latest, OpenAI Chat GPT API and immediately went about integrating it almost overnight. So we already had ideas on how the feature should work. And the moment we got access to Chat GPT, within like 4 days, our engineers basically had a version that we could ship to customers, right? So that's how fast we turned this around. So to answer your question point, we have been following this space for a long time. So it did take quite some time for us. But then once we got the opportunity to move fast, we basically built the whole thing out in 4 days.
Wow, that's incredible. So for those who are already owners of the glasses, are these features just available through software updates, or do you actually have to send new versions out to folks?
This is a free software update for everyone who's owned the Envision glasses from the time they got it during the pre-order campaign back in 2020, right? So it's a free software update. And that's one of the things that we also did this year was this year at Envision, we pushed over 12 software updates, almost one a month over the course of the year. And that's basically one of the things that we'll continue to keep doing with the Envision glasses as well. We will continue to keep pushing all these updates. It just, time is the only constraint that we have here. That's the only thing that's holding us back because we have so many other ideas for the glasses themselves.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. Let's talk about the pricing and the process for obtaining the glasses, because I believe you have an update to share on that as well.
Yes, one of the things that we launched this year was the editions of the glasses themselves, right? So we've been thinking a lot about how to make the glasses more accessible for people of different price points. And the launch of the editions is basically one big, I would say, step in that direction, right? So with the Envision glasses this year, we basically launched 3 editions. So we took the Envision glasses and we decided to create 3 editions for the 3 different pricing points. So we have the Read edition, which is priced at $1,899. And then we have the Home edition, that's $2,499. And the Professional edition is $3,499. So these are the 3 prices that we have for the different editions. So for the Read edition, you only get the Read features of the Envision glasses. And then with the Home and the Professional edition, it basically offers you all the features of the Envision glasses, such as video calling and so on. Especially with the Professional edition, we basically have extended the warranty of the glasses. We're also providing frames along with the glasses and also eligible for lifetime free updates to the Envision glasses as well. So these are the 3 editions that we broadly have. And we're actually running a holiday sale right now where we're offering the glasses at a 15% discount. And in fact, we're offering 15% discount across all the products on the Envision website. And for anyone who wants to purchase these glasses during this holiday sale through our distributors, that's also an option as well.
I also know that you have a subscription model for the glasses as well.
Yeah, we launched a subscription model for the US, and that is basically $150 per month. You can just pay for your Envision glasses or pay or set up a subscription plan with us where you get the device for $150 per month, and you also get updates to the glasses and so on. So it's basically like using the Envision glasses on a subscription.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing that you implemented and will give access to many more folks these accessible opportunities. So I really thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no, I think it's been a big driving force for us to try and make the glasses as accessible as possible to as many people as possible while, making sure that we have enough room or the resources to innovate. I think we'll continue to keep doing that in the coming years as well.
Yeah, that's a great point that you mentioned. Why don't you talk about the background of Envision and how you got started? Because I know that it is very intertwined with your mission and the work that you've been doing, especially in 2023.
Yeah, sure. Envision started off in 2016 when me and my co-founder, we went to this blind school in our hometown in India. And the school was a regular day, I think. And it was a bunch of high schoolers who were doing their last year of high school, and they were going to be graduating. And the main idea was to talk to them about what it is to be a researcher or a designer, and kind of, have a conversation with them and talk to them about what these professions mean, so that, if they're going out into the world, they know that such professions exist apart from the usual ones that are very popular. So at the end of the talk, I asked these kids what kind of problems would they like to solve when they grow up. And usually when you ask this question to an average high schooler, you get really outlandish answers, very ambitious answers like, oh, I want to go to Mars, I want to, cure climate change. And there's all these big, grand, bold ideas. But when I asked those kids, a lot of the answers that came to me were being able to read a book more independently, or being able to go out independently, or being able to live by themselves. And many of the things that I think sighted people take for granted was something that I saw these blind and low vision kids really have to put a lot of effort into surmounting, right? And that was sort of the genesis for Envision, because what we thought was, we have artificial intelligence, which is getting as good as humans or even better in many of the tasks that humans do. And it's also impractical to expect the world to become accessible. You can't put a braille display on every visual information out there. So artificial intelligence is sort of the right tool to kind of bridge the visual world and with the audio world, and basically convert, the visual world into speech. So that was sort of the idea and how Envision started. And initially, like I mentioned, we have the Envision app, which came out, and we put that out in 2017. It kept growing and growing. And in 2020, we launched the Envision glasses, which was all of Envision's technology and more on a wearable that people can just wear all day. So that's been a brief gist of the journey.
Yes, and I know that you also have some partnerships as well, particularly with the Ira company on the glasses as well. Can you touch on that?
Sure. With Ira, with the Envision glasses, the aim is to always make it like a platform, right? The idea was not to only have Envision's software running on the Envision glasses. We always thought we could partner with other companies and bring their apps also onto smart glasses. And one such partnership was the one that we had with Ira. And it started last year, and we've been super grateful to have them as partners, because now what Envision glasses customers can do is they can link their Ira account to the glasses and then make a call directly from the Envision glasses to an Ira agent. So that is something that wasn't possible before, and people could do that. And we're also working with Be My Eyes right now. So Be My Eyes is also going to be on the Envision glasses, shortly as well. So these are the two apps that people can use along with our own Ally app to call a friend or a family member. So people could either pick friends or family members, strangers, or call agents through Ira.
Fantastic. Can you talk a little bit about what's coming up for Envision in 2024 and beyond? I know that you had a very successful year this year, and congratulations on all your efforts. What's in the pipeline? What can folks expect?
I think I'm most excited for 2024. I think it's going to be one of the best years ever for accessibility. I believe that there's so much innovation that is happening right now as we speak, and so much more innovation to happen in the coming year, especially in the AI space, that I think it's going to be an amazing year. Specifically for Envision, we are very focused on building a visual assistant for people who are blind and live with low vision, right? So that basically means you don't have to ever learn how to use the Envision glasses through taps and swipes and so on and so forth. The idea is to basically take the glasses to a point where you can just have a conversation with it, just like how you and I are having a conversation, just like how you have a conversation with a chatbot like Chat GPT. We are basically rebuilding the glasses from the ground up to ensure that it becomes a visual assistant, and that it will in turn make it very easy for anyone to use, because not only will the glasses be used by someone who is fresh out of high school and has a lot of access to the latest technology, it will also be very useful for someone who is maybe 70, 80 years old and has difficulty accessing technology. They could just put on the glasses and then start having a conversation with it, very similar to how they have conversations with humans. So that's the direction that we're going in. And hopefully 2024 is the year where we can make it happen. We already have a lot of it built out. We've already started working on it months ago, and hopefully we'll be able to put out a version of that next year.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. I think that would be a very welcomed feature for many people, especially when you're talking about glasses, and a lot of people multitask and do other things, and just to have the classes be working for them as they're doing something else, and also just increasing that usability factors, something that a lot of people would like and benefit from. I know I would. So
another big thing that we're doing is, I think, just want to let you know, early next year, we're going to be putting out Envision on the desktop. So Envision is also going to be coming on the web as well. So you have Envision on iOS, you have Envision on Android. And the first big release of next year will be the Envision app on the web as well. So not only can you export the stuff that you're reading on the glasses to your phone, but you can also do that on your computer. Let's say you're using a computer and you're trying to read a PDF. You could use the Envision app to go ahead and do that directly on the desktop itself. So that's one big, I would say, the first big release of next year is going to be that. Yeah.
So you could actually import the files that are inaccessible from your computer to the web client?
Yeah, exactly. You would be able to do that. You will have, we're also building like a Chrome extension and extensions for browsers where you can install them onto your browser. And if you need to call Envision directly on a web page, that's also going to be possible for you to do that as well. We're going to try and make the internet as accessible as possible. So that's what we're going for next year. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I know that would be definitely a welcome feature. And yeah, I get a lot of inaccessible documents and I encounter a lot of inaccessible web pages, as I'm sure many of us do in the community. So
yeah, we've seen people struggle often with accessing web pages or being able to access CAPTCHAs on web pages, for example. So those are things that in 2023 shouldn't exist, but they do. And what we're trying to do is build something that solves that problem.
Great. Well, as Karthik mentioned, we have a very generous discount from Envision up until December 31st, 15% off discount for everything site-wide. Can you give the site and your social media so folks can find you?
Sure. The website is letsenvision.com. That is letsenvision.com. That's our website, letsenvision.com. You can find us on Twitter. We are at letsenvision, letsenvision. Yeah, happy to talk to you anywhere. Yeah. And also, one very important thing is that anyone who wants to try the Envision glasses today can go on our website and get a free demo of the Envision glasses. So you can just go ahead and put in a time where you want to get a demo of the glasses. From our team, we'll reach out to you. We can get in a quick call and then we can show you how the glasses work and then answer your questions you might have about it. And it's completely free. And then once you actually get a pair of Envision glasses, we also offer an onboarding as well. For the Envision glasses, a free 90-minute onboarding. And we're constantly open to feedback from the community. And if you also want, you can also try out the Envision app. I would strongly recommend you do that. You can just go on the App Store or the Play Store and then search for Envision and you'll be able to find it.
Yes, I know. I use the app on a daily basis to assist in my workflow, and I'd recommend everybody else to do the same. It's really a great app, and I can tell, Karthik, that you're really living out your mission from what you started in 2016, and that's very evident in 2023, and as you mentioned, going forward as well. So thank you for taking the time to speak with me and to speak with the listeners about the wonderful updates and wonderful products that you have at Envision.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Simon, for having us over. I think it's been amazing talking to you and sharing the updates. And hopefully we'll be back very soon with big news as well. Yeah, I think 2024 is going to be where you'll probably hear from us a lot for the good reasons.
Very good. Yeah. We'll be looking forward to that.
And I wish your listeners a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays and Happy New Year as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Happy Holidays to you as well.
Thank you.
I've really enjoyed speaking with Karthik about all the wonderful initiatives they're doing to help the blind and visually impaired community. As Karthik mentioned, be sure to check back on the Envision website regularly throughout 2024, as we have a lot of exciting updates to look forward to. I'd like to thank Karthik for taking the time to meet with me, and I'd like to thank you for listening. If you missed any of the information shared, don't hesitate to visit the show notes. It's all there for you. And if you would like to contact me directly, send me an email. I can be reached at sbonefant2@gmail.com. That's SBONENFANT, the number 2@gmail.com. I'd like to wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday season. Until next time, have a wonderful day.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities, and download the free Blind Abilities app from the App Store and Google Play Store. That's 2 words, Blind Abilities. And if you want to leave some feedback, give us some suggestions, give us a call at 612-367-6093. We'd love to hear from you. A big shout out to Chichow for his beautiful music. You can follow Chichow on Twitter at LChichow. I want to thank you for listening, and until next time, bye-bye.
When we share
what we see
through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap
between the limited expectations and the reality of blind abilities.
And the realities of blind abilities.